Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. A bit of a different video today. Um because you see um I am a huge fan of Phineas and Ferb, and ever since I watched the episode Tri-Stone Area, I have wanted to make a caveman translation of the Perry the Platypus theme, and I finally did it. So that's what I wanted to share today. I'm going to put a timestamp for you to skip to the song in the comments. So if you're not interested in how I got here, then you can just skip to that. Um, and yeah, if you want to read along with my research, so to speak, I will put a link to the document in the comments as well. Um, but I am just gonna talk you through it. So I started out obviously with the name Perry the Platypus, which in caveman speak is Banka de Banka Quonk, or Banka de Banka Quan. The k sound at the end is optional. Um, and at first I wanted to go with only that and use only that as data to make caveman speak, but that turned out to be a little bit too little data, so yesterday I think I rewatched the entire episode and um, used every sentence that I could translate with confidence as data to use for the caveman language, which brings me to the next um, data input, which is ni, where at the start of the episode you see Finnedonk and Gerb going through ideas, and with every idea, Finnedonk says ni, which means that it's probably something along the lines of nah. So that's what I went with, because no, like actual no, is something different, which I will get to. Um, then we go to the next input, which is hey or hi, which is said by Caveman Isabella when she comes in. You know, hey Phineas or hi Phineas, what you doing? And hey or hi is me, or what is it, May? Is that May or me? Apparently May. Wow. Either way, um, and what you doing is Wakatuka. Um, a wheel is awa, as we see Phineas say, and the exclamation ooh just remains the same. And is simply an, which we still use today. Just delete the D. Later we get uh, the stones delivered by some delivery guy who asks them something that who asks them anga banga bajanga bagugugu guru dua, which probably translates to aren't you a little bit young to be inventing the wheel, which means that with, from which I got the data that Bajunga is too young, which means that Junga is young and Ba is two. Angabanga is, wait, That's different. You know what? I'll skip this for now. I'm gonna get to the entire word list anyway, so I can get. I'll come back to this. Um, Finadonk replies, "Yes, yes, we are," which is in caveman speak, "Ha, ha, gr." And then we skip to the parents who say goodbye to each other, which means that bye dear is abuga budar, which means that dear is dar and abugabu is bye or goodbye. We later hear Candace say mag, meaning mom, and mom or Marg puts her in charge, or as she says it in the caveman speak, in charka. And in the same sentence, we also learn that yor is yar. Yar in charka. You're in charge. Yeah, skip to Doofenshmirtz, a platypus, a bunkerquonk, and Perry the Platypus, Bunker the bunkerquonk. We go back to Finadonk, who shows the wheel to his friends, saying ta-ta, which translates to ta-da. It's not that much a difference, but still, it's data. And Candace, or Cantok, tells her brothers, "You're busted, I'm telling mom," or in caveman speak, "Guga bunga basta, di telek mag," which gives us a few things which I will get back to later. Finadonk tells Gerb, "Di kanga makia dukanga," which I can only translate to, "I know what we're going to do today." And if we skip back to Bonka the Bonkerquonk and Doofenshmirtz, we see Doofenshmirtz showing his stick-inator to Bonka the Bonkerquonk, saying "Hawa" for behold, or voila, and Baweta for stick, because he says Baweta and then some sounds that sound like inator, which Dan and Swampy translate to stick-inator, meaning that the inator sounding part means inator, obviously, and that Baweta means stick. Cantok tells to Mag that Finadonk and Gerb makadukanga, or as we know that it means, they made or invented the car. And at the end of the episode, when the car is destroyed by Doofenshmirtz, Cantok yells out, "Nay, nay, nay," meaning no, no, no. After which lightning strikes, I believe. Was it lightning? Jeez, already forgot. Anyway, Cantok makes fire, which Finadonk says as Cantok makadu funfa. And yeah, of course, Doofenshmirtz has to say "Curse you, Perry the Platypus," or "Kuya banka the bunkerquonk." The rest of the data is from the song that they put in the epilogue, the caveman translation of Gitchy Gitchy Goo. So these translations are a bit looser, even looser, but stay with me, okay? That's what my baby says is in caveman. The line "That's what my baby says" is in caveman speak. Kengarga marga who. Um, I let's see. How did I get this? Oh yeah, from the previous sentence, I know what we're gonna do today. Dikanga makia dukanga. We know that dikanga means I know, and we also know that ya means you. So yakenga should mean you know. In which case we can assume that the herga suffix means should, meaning that kengarga in this sentence means you should know, which in turn means that kengarga marga who means something along the lines of you should know what she says, which in turn means that marga who means she says, which leads us to assume that marga is she or maybe even woman, and who means says. Then the line my heart starts pumping gets translated into caveman as gunga larga hungamu. What's it for? Kangarga margahu. Yeah. Gunga larga hungamu. Yeah. Gunga larga hungamu. We know from previous data, or we can assume from previous data, that the ga suffix is equivalent to the ing suffix in modern English, which means it's an indicator of the continuous tense, from which and from the sounds of it, we can assume that larga then means enlarging, which means that lar means enlarge. And hungamu could maybe then mean, if we're talking about enlarging, then hungamu could be heart of mine or my heart, which means that hanga is heart and mu is of mine or my. Yeah. We know that guga banga basta means you're gonna be busted. So ganga could be a contraction of guga banga, you're gonna be. So ganga larga hanga mu could mean you're gonna be enlarging my heart. Then the line never gonna stop is translated as pipapa sapa tu. We know that tu means do, so sapa tu would probably mean do stop, which means that sapa means stop, and which would make pipapa likely translate as never. So pipapa sapa tu is never stop, or don't ever stop. The phrase means that in the song, in the part means that I love you. Gichi Gichigu means that I love you. It's translated as ichi. Shakalakamu ichi shimagu. So ichi here means is or means that. And I love you is, as I just said, shimagu. Gu would probably be go. Shimagu would then be go and love me or go and hold me, which would mean that ma is me and she is love or hold. And I love you baby at the end is shima uga, and we know from how Gerb ends with uga 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 that uga means baby, or is at least a pet name. So shima also, as we previously established, is love or hold me. So I love you, baby. Shima Uga is love or hold me, baby. Which gives us a full English to caveman word list that I'm gonna go through real quick. As I've already said, you can click the link. You can click the link in the comments to read along. It's probably clearer if you see it written out. But the indefinite article stays the same. A little bit is banga, and is an, are the stays the same in pronunciation. Are, aren't you is anga probably, and that is probably a contraction or not a contraction. It's probably in caveman speak a conjugation of arya with the ng interfix, meaning not, which I will get to in later in this vocabulary list. Baby, as I've just said, is uga. B means banga. You're gonna be busted. Uga banga basta. Behold or voila is hava. Busted is basta. Buy is abugaboo. Charge is charka. Curse is ku. Day is kanga. Deer is dar. Do is tu. Doing is tuka. Enlarge is lar. Enlarging is larga. Fire is funfa. And yeah, from the phrase, aren't you a little young to be inventing the wheel? Anga banga bajanga gugu guru dua. I surmise that the guru part is just an indicator of the construction of for the purpose of verbing, or yeah, to be inventing in this case. Bagugugu is invent, and bagugugu guru is to be inventing. So anga banga bajanga bagugugu guru dua. So anga banga, aren't you? Bajanga, a little bit of anga, aren't you? Banga, a little bit. Bajanga, too young. Bagugugu guru, to be inventing. Dua, the wheel. Go is gu, going to, or going is guga. Heart is hanga. Hey or hi is me, or may. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I, as in the first person, is di. In remains the same. Invent is bagugu. The continuous tense is the ga suffix if the last consonant is voiced, and the ka suffix if the last consonant is unvoiced. You can check the data for that. Is or means is ichi. I know is dikanga. You know is yakenga. Love or hold is she. Make is mak. Making is makka. Me is ma. Mom is mag. My or of mine is mu. Na is ni. Never is pipa. And pipapa. No is nay. Not is an interfix with ng. Remains the same. Perry, which we will need for the song, is banka, and platypus is bankakwang. She says, or just says, is who. She or woman is marga. Stick is baweta. Stop is sapa. Tada is tata. Tell remains the same. Somehow. Because the telek mag, the X suffix in telek, which I will get to, is it just indicates the future tense. So tell remains the same. Tell. The is da. This is do. At first I thought da and do were both the, but then I figured, based on the data, I figured it was more logical that the means da and do means this. Today is dukanga. Yeah, as I said, dukanga. That would mean do is this, and kanga is day. So, hence why I say this is do and the is da. Too, as in too much, is a ba prefix. We is g, so we are is gr. What is vaka? Wheel is va. Will, or the future tense indicator, is an ek suffix if the first consonant is unvoiced, and an ia suffix if the first consonant is voiced. It's all based on data. Just check the data if you like. And if you don't like, then just trust me. Because in the next part, will make is makia. So, based on that. Actually, based on only that. Because, will make is makia and will tell is telek. Which told me that it's ek if the first consonant is unvoiced and ia if the first consonant is voiced. Yes is ha. Young is junga. You is ya. Your is yar. You're gonna be is guga banga or ganga for short. And should or you should is a herga suffix. I also made a Caveman English word list, but that's just the same stuff. And then for the song, I will also put the video that I used for the sound as a link in the comments to credit this creator. And here we go. Banka ici sema aquaka ekla kama malavaksham ici fera la fakut and pipa pasapa du 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 tengarga saditelek hava get tamago udu hava du kanga du banka da banka kwang banka da banka kwang tuba 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 tuba. Hangayu kenga guru bingo ya hava disku ha magahata fufa yaba veta hava kudu ya tu ek banga avina pipapa aha guga banga basta banka da aha pipapa inchaka the banka da banka kwang banka da banka kwang Kengaga saditelek. Hava ahapi babangak. Samada uluzu. Hava dukanga duhu. Du bangka. Bangka bangka da bangka kwang. Haba bangka. Bangka bangka da bangka kwang. Kengaga bangka. Agansby. Okay, so I know my singing voice is very bad, but I just wanted to do this. Yeah, so the words that I use that aren't in my vocabulary list are based on the modern English words with the sound changes integrated that are based on the data that I do have. And what else? Oh yeah, and I also took some poetic liberties with my own grammar that I came up with, because I said that will, like the future tense, is ek if the first consonant is unvoiced, and ia if the first consonant is voiced, and bunga is to be. But then I made the future tense of bunga bungek rather than bungia, which it should be according to my own grammar. But that's just creative liberty with my own grammar. So anyway, in the document that I linked is the text that you can read over with the translation next to it. Like, I've got the original text, the Caveman translation, and then the Caveman translation translated back into English, because it's not the exact same, but it's similar. So yeah, that's what I did today. Thank you for watching, and yeah, be sure to share and or subscribe, I guess. Bye.